The difference between a man and a boy is the size of his toy. Hello everybody, this is GamerBot aka Major Cotton, and today we are going to play a newly released game by the name of Docked. It has been done by the same guys who brought us SnowRunner and MudRunner and a couple of other games. And yes, it's all about big machines that we get to operate on a freight harbor. So let's jump straight in. We start with a new game save. And we're going to play this on hard, realistic difficulty. Because why not? This is a simulation. It should be hard in my opinion. So we have realistic container capture, realistic suspended load swing, which I find extremely nicely done, and hard economic milestone deadlines. That means if you don't achieve your economic milestones, the game is over for you. So let's see if we can play it through. The first missions that you'll be seeing today are more like tutorials. So they are not really hard. Nice engaging intro. The Pathfinder is in trouble. The sea is vicious and demands a sacrifice. The sacrifice is given. No human lives are lost. Hopefully. We cannot be sure of that.
Tom, there's a container ship at the pier. Barely made it here. Took heavy damage in the storm and is still taking on water.
The situation is dramatic.
It also has some dangerous cargo on deck.
Someone needs to go in and save the day.
So
And
get on
that's
the
us.
STS crane and get it off there.
And
You
we're
remember
going to use
STS,
the ship-to-shore
Ship
crane.
to shore, Dad.
Exactly,
Yes, I
Tommy.
remember. I'm on it.
Tommy is us. Tommy is a musician. Obviously not too successful, so he's coming to his father's business to work there.
Tommy, those containers on top have got to go. The ship is listing pretty badly.
Got it.
Yeah, let's do this.
Tom, the weather's getting worse, so turn on the crane lights just in case.
All right.
Also, the boom's been known to freeze while lowering.
Thanks for the heads up. I'll use the upper booth to keep an eye on it.
Okay, so
Going
we
up.
should only turn on the lights. We could have lowered the boom from down there, but we should watch it. The game says because we need to make sure it's safe, but we know it's just for dramatic effect, which we like. In real life, I'm actually kind of acrophobic, so maybe this game is like therapy for me. Stepping out here is like a nightmare already for me. Knees locking up. Which is another reason why I think that VR would be great for this game. So let's go into this operating cabin and lower the boom. And quickly go over there to watch it being lowered.
It's like I never left.
Good. How about a little party tonight at Jay's to celebrate your return?
If you're buying.
For my favorite musician and best friend who's been away for ages? Of course.
Yes, it's been a while. Missed you too.
See you there.
So now that the boom is lowered, we go to the main operating cabin, or how you would like to call it. And down these stairs, down the next flight of stairs, and there we are. Open this one, close it behind us, disciplined as we are, and get into the driver's seat of this baby. So there we go. We hold L2 and R2 to start our engine.
Ready.
And now we're ready
Welcome
to operate
the
this
STS
baby.
crane training program. To start, position the cab over the desired container.
So by holding
How do I shut this stupid voice off?
You don't.
R2 we can move forward, and with the left stick we can move to the side.
Okay.
We do both at the same time as we are professionals.
The crane spreader is currently configured to grab standard 20-foot containers.
And we
In
put
your
down
manual,
the spreader
they are
with the
also
left
referred to
stick.
as TEUs, or 20-foot equivalent units.
This view alone, my goodness. We have this little aiming beam. And when it's turning green, you're right above the container.
To lift the container using the
Put
twist
on the
locks, you
spreader,
must lower
and
the clamps
now on the
directly
bottom
into
we
the
see a
container's
representation
slots
of the
and secure it.
container. And of the clamps going inside these little notches on the container. You have the possibility to look at it from various different perspectives. No, from one additional perspective, I'm wrong. But for the purpose of this video, we're not going to do this.
The container outline on your crane's
Once you're
NFD
in,
is filled green.
you
The
hit
yellow and red
X
lights
to
are on,
lock in the
indicating
container.
that the container is ready for gripping. The container outline is shaded, the yellow and green lights are on, indicating a secure grip. Now you can safely lift the container.
Just be careful there. Those containers have some nasty stuff inside. One puncture and we'll never hear the end of it.
Don't worry. Be careful.
Yeah, especially when operating backwards and there's so many containers spread around, it's better to lift up. So,
Now
left,
carefully lower the
a
container.
little bit
When you reach
forward,
the target height, release the twist locks.
and you see the number there. We are 28, 26, 25 meters above the ground. You also see that in the lower right hand bottom.
Don't pop the locks
The lower right hand
prematurely.
corner, I
This
wanted
may
to say.
result in an emergency.
Yeah, and don't hit X unless the container is firmly in the ground.
The green and yellow lights together indicate that the container is stable. You can now release the twist locks.
Which we do. And we pull up the spreader, and we go forward, and we go to the side. Pulling up the spreader. The left stick does the sidewards movement and lowering the spreader, so mixing them up can result in unintended consequences if you're not careful. So, and here we need to extend the spreader.
The crane spreader is currently configured to grab standard 20-foot
Exactly.
containers. You need to extend
So
the
we need
spreader
to hit
grab a 40-foot
triangle,
or a double TEU
switch
container.
this option to 40
What
foot,
would I do without you?
and you see the spreader spread. To move to the side, you hit L1 and the right stick. And to rotate, you hit L1 and the right stick is rotation, and R1 and I'm only talking bullshit today. Yeah, with L1 and the right stick you can tilt the spreader. And also rotate it sideways when you turn to the side, of course, with the right stick. And with R1 and the left. It's weird, I'm doing that intuitively and it's hard for me to explain what I'm actually doing. Okay, so L1 and right stick rotates the spreader when you push it to the side. When you push it forward and backward, it tilts the spreader. We are moving to the sides with the left stick. Now we go in, grab it up,
Tommy, if you're not done yet,
and
you better hurry.
pull it
That storm
high
is
up.
gonna hit any minute now.
You're right on time. But done.
And you didn't even turn my port into a disaster zone. Not bad.
Yeah, I'll be gone before I get a chance to disappoint you.
Or you could stay and not disappoint me.
Alright. Think about that.
That's my boy.
And there's our drop zone. Put it down. This is really a spacious target zone. As the game progresses, this gets a little bit harder. We slow down and putting it down to the ground because we don't blow that up. Release our hooks, pull her up, and our first job is done. 25 grand. If you have such a job for me, call me up. Write it in the comments. I'll be there tomorrow. 25 grand for lifting 2 containers is awesome. I would do it for free, but 25 grand is better. And now another epic cutscene of Hurricane Wendy hitting us. Yep, that is bad. Yep, very bad. So now this is the basis for our progression through the game. We have to clean up. Everything is destroyed and we are rebuilding it. Look at that. Stranded ships, broken containers, what a mess.
Tommy, are you in already?
Yes, Dad. This place is a mess.
That's what I said.
You're telling me. I'm just starting to tally up the damage. We're lucky at least some of our stuff is still okay.
So, clean up. This mission.
So, what do we do?
Yeah, we go to the jobs tab.
See those letterheads? Enough for 2 jobs, which is your daily limit for now.
Yeah, upper right hand corner you see the number of working operations you can do each day.
Now, could you put away that dangerous cargo unloaded from that container ship?
Sure thing.
And right now we can only do the first mission because for the second one we have no shipping line, and that's what we are creating in the first one. So we hold X to start. And we are introduced to the next toy. the reach stacker. So that's her, and these are the containers we have to move, and that is our target zone. So let's get going.
Ready to go?
Good. Now get those containers to the free lot. Gently.
Yeah, I remember. One puncture and we'll never hear the end of it.
The operation
something
of
like that.
the machines in this game is surprisingly similar. So again, we start the engine by holding L2 and R2. We open the radial menu and have got to set it in drive mode. Exit with triangle again. Pull the boom up a little bit so it's not getting in our way and we can see what's ahead. And I will just quickly switch to outside view so you can see the rear axle is the one that has the steering wheels, which is making this vehicle extremely agile. And it's not a race car, but it's reasonably fast. And one thing you should consider in this game, especially when playing in the harder difficulty, is that there are physics. So when you've got a big heavy container and you lift it high up and extend your boom fully, you might topple over if you're not careful in corners. Didn't happen to me yet, but I've seen it happen. So there's the container. We approach it slowly and centrally. Okay, here we are. Pull down our boom. Extend it a little bit. And we have the representation of the container again. Holding L1. No, holding. Ah, yes, R1 and right stick to the left and to the right. We can center it to the sides. And again, the twist is L1 and the right stick. When you lower the boom, it also moves in depth, so you have to consider that. Again, the spreader is locked in using X.
Yeah, it's me all right.
And we pull her up.
Check if I left my player on the dash.
Wow, you're still using that thing.
Of course, it was Dad's. His taste in music wasn't as good as mine, though.
So you kept the recording too?
Come on, when you make it big, I'm running your fan club.
And
I'm
for
dead
driving, I
serious,
recommend
though.
that
Your
you've got
music's
the
good. I just wish there
boom
were more
pulled
than two
in.
people who knew about it. So I put together a little video with yesterday's cam feeds and your music and posted it online.
Again, we have a really
Get some
generous
Anyways,
drop of
gotta get back to
zone.
work.
Good luck.
What you're hearing in the background is the music that Tommy makes. And put down the tank nice and easy. When it gets close enough to the ground and you're within the zone, you see it turn green. When you're outside, it turns yellow again. So try to put it right to the edge. Depth perception is difficult. I would love to have this game for VR. And of course I
into
could
place.
switch the camera
Second.
and see exactly where the container stands, but we don't do that. So careful reversing, not run into the bobcat. And turning the wheels takes a little while. So it's good to push in the stick a little bit longer if you need to do a tight corner before you hit the throttle. So we go to the next container. Which is just over there. The ground is a little bit uneven from all the stuff lying around after the storm. And if you approach too quickly, it's harder to line her up correctly. It's a 40-foot one, so we need to hit triangle, put it in 40-foot mode, it spreads out. You can lower it a little bit already, so we see clearer how close or far we are. But we see it here as well.
Looks like I'll have to tilt the spreader to pick
Yeah,
this one up.
exactly. We have to tilt it, so we hit R1. No, L1, and push forward on the right stick. So we got approximately the same angle, and we need to twist a little bit. Move it to the side. Twist some more. Yes, now we're well centered. We go in, we grab it, we lift her up.
So you've moved most of the critical cargo.
Yep, I'm on the last one.
Great. Bring it over and take a break. I
And
guess it's
when
good to
it's
have you back.
lifted, we can hit
Good to see you
L1
too.
and R1 and push in the right stick, R3. And it's recentered basically. The 40-foot thingy is a bit wide, so we put it up high in the air, so we are not hitting anything. And we reverse carefully. Not too far. Steering wheel fully to the right and accelerate. That's a nice turning circle. We are well above all obstacles. And we go to a spacious drop zone. Lower the boom. Are we in the green? Yes, we're in the green. And release this baby and we're done with the mission.
One job down.
Roger that.
10,000 bucks. Not as good as the previous one, but it was fun, so who cares actually?
I think I'm done here.
Good. You're right on time, too. You're taking over while I negotiate our funding. I'm giving you full access to what funds we have.
We don't have much.
Should
Exactly.
be enough to clean up after the hurricane. You can start with ordering repairs for the shipping line.
That's an easy task. We hover with the cursor above the shipping line and we hold X. And it just costs us money. So this one is cleaned up
Good
and
job.
ready
Now
to
you
earn
have
us
access
money.
to the shipping jobs.
Okay, so we go to
You only have one job left to complete
shops.
today.
Dock cleaning. Excellent. Let's do this. So there we go with the reach stacker. 3 containers. One that's in the way. Doesn't look too difficult. And it's raining, isn't it nice? So we get to turn on the windshield wipers. And let's turn on the headlights. Yes. First container, get the boom up. Approach nice and center. Without these schematics it would be really hard from inside the cabin, but they help a lot. Okay, locked in, lift up. And recenter. You do that with L1 and R1 and clicking on the right stick and R3. Depth perception is a bit difficult, and I would really appreciate the VR version, that would be nice. But when you just look at the frame where you gotta put down the container, you can see when it's turning green. Then you know you are exactly where I want to be. A little bit forward, down, put it back. Looks good. And let's get the next one. Reverse carefully. And see if we can get it in the middle. Yes. Yeah, we gotta extend the spreader, of course. Push out the boom. It's a little bit tilted in our direction, so we get to use another function of the spreader. We gotta pull it back a little bit. Go to the side. Yes, like this. And just a little bit turning to the left and we are perfect. Plug it in, pull it up. Don't hit X while it's in the air. Reversing carefully. We don't want to damage anything. it down and by putting it down, pull her in slightly. Try to hit the zone. Yeah, almost there. Oops, didn't want to. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Release and get the final one, or rather the interfering one. Reverse. And don't get in. Let's turn a little bit to the right. We can do some correction with the boom and the spread anyway, but it's always good to approach as center as you can. Okay, looking good, just a little bit to the right and a little twisting. Oops, wrong direction. Yep, no. Yes. Lock in, pull up. Same procedure. So now let's see how we reverse out of here. Oh! Have we hit something before? I had 2% drop damage. Damn it. I'm sorry. Didn't mean it. Okay. Let's put this one here. You can put it basically anywhere where it doesn't disturb us. That should be good. Okay, one final task. Container Charlie. Take the corner carefully. Central approach. And it's across the fence. But as the name Reach Stacker suggests, this is not a problem because we have reach. Quite a lot of that actually. Oops, not knocked in, but now we are perfect. Let's get this baby across the fence. Easy enough. And reverse. Good. Oh, let's just not mess this up. Zoom out a little bit, not too far. Yes.
All done here.
And this mission
Great
is
news,
finished.
thanks.
Welcome, Bill. 12,000. Not half as much as last mission. But I guess that has to be okay.
All done. I think I could handle another job or two.
That would be against regulations.
Yeah,
Get some
always
rest.
these regulations.
You'll have more jobs tomorrow.
Okay, that gets us to the end of day 1. I hope you enjoyed this episode. There will be more like it. If you want to see it all, then hit the subscribe button and the bell icon. Then you can never miss another video. It was fun having you with me. Hope to see you next time. GamerBot, over and out.